Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudi and thank you so much for being here. The hair is what the hair is. In the words of Selena Gomez, the heart wants what it wants, the hair wants what it wants. And today it wanted to be in a side part and she's feeling very 90s, so just ignore if you can. I mean, I can barely ignore it. Don't worry, we're clipping it back. No biggie, no biggie. So today I thought we could do a little get ready with me. I'm heading to a friend's house for dinner. It's honestly literally like one of my best friends, very casual, but I was in the mood to try some new stuff that I've picked up recently or things that are new to me, not necessarily new in general, but also a few things that are new in general. Basically, new or new to me. There are like one or two things that are not new in this lineup because I just didn't have anything, but almost everything here is either a new launch, a new shade extension, something I've never talked about with you guys, something along those lines, and probably something I've talked about in like a haul or on Instagram, and I am going to try it on and we'll talk about it as we go. I'm feeling very dry today. It was a beautiful day outside, 60 degrees. Super nice. We took the dogs for a really long walk, but my face just feels like a little wind burnt and very dry. So keep that in mind if we have a little bit of flaking. But anyways, if you are new here, I would love to have you subscribe. We talk about skincare, makeup, we do vlogs, we do hauls, we talk about Sephora, Ulta, Target, like literally everything that you love. I know you. And you should subscribe. Okay, so I'm gonna actually start off with a primer that's been back in my little primer drawer that I have needed to clean out for a very long time and still need to clean out, just to add a little bit of hydration to the face. Let me zoom you in. There we go. This is the Neutrogena Radiant Primer Serum. This is not new, sorry. I don't have a new primer. I don't think I have a new primer. No. I don't have a new primer, and I love this stuff. I do have a lot of people asking me, this is what it looks like, sorry. I do have a lot of people asking me if I think this would be a dupe for the Merit primer, and I don't. It takes everything within me to not use my Merit primer every single day because I like it so much, and it just provides the nicest glow and hydration to the skin that like actually lasts throughout your whole routine. Like, I love primers like this, and I freaking love this one because it gives you like an instant hit of hydration with like the tiniest bit of glow to your skin. It's like a water-based formula, so it's gonna kind of like dry out in a matter of time. Whereas the Merit one, it's oil-free, but it feels like it has this grip to it that just keeps your face looking really moist and supple throughout your whole makeup routine, which is like so unique. And with a primer, it's like this one is already pretty much dried down, so I have to do my next step pretty quickly to get into that so that it doesn't dry out my skin. But the Merit one, it just like keeps all that hydration in your skin. So anyways, I'm just gonna quickly throw this on because this is not anything new and I've talked about it a million times, but the MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body. I'm in shade N2. It's my perfect shade. People always get on me because I apply this with a brush, but I like applying it with a brush, and don't come for me, and I won't come for you, okay? So I'm just gonna speed through this and then we'll talk about the concealer. One of the reasons that I love this product so much is that it is super thin and watery and lightweight and does not have a ton of coverage, and people are always like, use your fingers, it'll mattify it and it'll give you more coverage. And I'm like, no, I like it because it's glowy, lightweight, and doesn't have a lot of coverage. So let me be. Let me be. So that is the finish on that one. And you can see like I have redness going on here. I have some pimples on my chin, general irritation and redness from whatever, from everyday life, if you will. So let's go in with our concealer. This is one I talked about in a Ulta Speed Reviews video, which I think was 2 videos ago. This is the Pacifica Dreamlit Glow Concealer / Corrector. Now, I picked this up at the same time as picking up a few other things from Pacifica, and I really did not like those other things. So I wanted to give this a fair shot on its own, as if I hadn't bought this with a bunch of other Pacifica items. And also I bought this at the same time that I picked up my Flower Beauty concealer from Ulta, and I really like this one. So I want to kind of give that one a rest and let this one have its moment and see what we think about it. This also comes from a line that has an under eye brightener in it that I really didn't like. It's kind of like a eye cream brightener in a form like this, and I felt that it was kind of drying to my under eyes and didn't do much. I have a short on it. So let's try this out. I have tried it once or twice before, and I think I liked it. I'm in shade 9, which seems a little crazy because I am a light medium skin tone, but okay. And I'm just gonna apply this the way I always apply my concealers. I feel like this one is more matte than what I would typically go for, but I can't remember. So let's just see. I also thought that about the Flower Beauty one. I was like, oh, this is more matte than I usually go for, but then I really liked it. So sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover, and I am very particular about my concealers, so I will kind of know within a minute or two if I'm gonna like this or not. I feel like it gives a nice light to light medium coverage. I honestly don't think that looks too bad. I would say that is really natural. Like, super natural finish. Not really too much of anything dewy or matte, because the sun is about to go down, so I don't have any natural sunlight in my room, and that's how you can really tell if something looks dry, and I don't feel like it does. I want to try and use this around. Also, I do smell a little bit of like that like tropical sort of scent on that, which I don't like, but it's like only if I do this. You know, like you don't really smell it unless you're doing it, unless you're like actively smelling it. But I want to see how this goes as a little coverage for these other areas of my face, because some concealers, you know that they are better under the eyes and not on the face, and vice versa. Like, I would never use my NARS Soft Matte Pot Concealer under my eyes, but I think that it is the best concealer for covering blemishes. So some can't do both, some can. I feel like that worked really well. And that shade is a very good match for me. And I feel like because it is super natural, it really just fully camouflaged that redness on my face. So I'm not hating it. You can still see a little bit of sallowness under my eyes, so let's just add a tiny bit more to see how it might layer. And again, like if I applied this with a sponge under the eye, it might give me more of a like dewy finish, but I just love using this brush in particular, especially when I'm testing something new, because I want to see how much coverage we can get out of this. I think that layered pretty well. Honestly, I like it. I like it, and I'm happy to say it because I want to like stuff from Pacifica, because I like a drugstore priced brand. But a few things: one, they've got to work on their shade ranges. They have got to. And also, like, the scents in their products are just not doing it for me. However, this shade works super well on me, and I feel like it did a good job. I also feel like I don't need to set this, which is something that I like to take into account with my products, because I don't like wearing a lot of powders. And today we will be testing a tubing mascara, so definitely important to see if that sort of area gets flaky. So let's move on to our next new product. This is something we've talked about a couple times on my page now, and that is the new Tower 28 Sculptino Contour. So I talked about this in a Get Ready With Me, and then I also talked about it in my buy or buy video, where we went through a bunch of new launches, what I think about them, if I've tried them, etc. And this was in it. And I did a swatch of this versus their Bronzino, and they're essentially both bronzers. This is just in a more matte / natural finish, and that one is in a shimmery finish. So if you like their formula of their bronzer, or you like the formula of their blush, but you always wish that you could have their bronzer without shimmer in it, you would really like these. I'm in the shade Getty. I think there's only 4 shades, and I'm in the second shade. And I really like it. But let's be honest, that is a really warm bronzer. To me, it is not a contour whatsoever. It is fully a bronzer. But Milk just came out with, which I was gonna talk about, but I don't wanna contour my face to go to dinner with my friend. Milk just came out with those contour sticks as well. And on that buy or buy video, a lot of you were telling me that a lot of people are having theirs break up like mine did, where I took the little like plastic piece off the top and it broke. The entire thing broke, which is not a huge deal because I end up using those on my hand anyways, but I still lost some product in that. So that's interesting to me. I don't know if that's like a formula situation or a packaging error where they're like pushing the plastic on it too tightly. But anyways, if you were looking for a cream contour that's like truly a cool tone shade, the new Milk ones are actually cool and the shade range is very extensive. So just to let you know, and this is what that Sculptino looks like on me, which I mean, this is warm. And I have a warm skin tone and this shows up as a bronzer. So I can only imagine how warm this would be on a cool skin tone. I love it. I love it for being a bronzer though, not a contour. And these are approved by the National Eczema Association. They are great for sensitive skin and something I always recommend. So now I can recommend it to people who prefer a more matte to natural finish. Speaking of, we're looking very much that. We are looking very much that. And I'm actually going to go into the highlighter that we're gonna use next because this is something I've been doing more recently. Every time I use a cream blush, if I add a cream highlight on top, I notice that the product underneath ends up moving around a little bit just naturally from applying the highlighter, and then I have to go back in and reblend out my blush and kind of help it melt a little bit more. So instead I've been applying my liquid and cream highlights first and then going in with my blush on top, and it just melts really beautifully together. So this is I think it's a newer brand at Sephora. I'm not sure if it's a newer makeup brand in general. Sorry guys, my lips are feeling really dry. I'm gonna use my Cherry Treat lip oil from Fenty Skin. This is like my favorite little lip product to use when I'm getting ready because I am gonna use a matte lip today. So this is the brand Amy Colé. I do believe that's how you say it, or Amy Cole, but I do think it's Colé because there's a little inflection over the E. This is a Black-owned beauty brand and it is specifically made for people with melanated skin. So the products that I do own from them are not their color formulas. I own the highlighter, which is clear, and then 2 of their lip oils, which are absolutely stunning. I don't think there's a shade for me in their line of concealers and foundations, but I have really been impressed with everything that they have made, including this highlighter stick, and I think they just dropped some cream blushes, so I am interested in that. This highlighter stick is a clear balm. On the website, I thought this was gonna be like the size of a deodorant. I'm actually glad it's this size. And you can, if you look at it closely, you can see that there's like some, I don't know, like different color shimmers and glitter flecks in it. But when you actually apply it to the skin, it just looks like this really beautiful sort of wet sheen. Similar to the Tower 28 one, but it has a little bit of shimmer in it. And so I was a little bit afraid by that, but I found that it does not show up like glitter at all. And it just gives you like a really soft, juicy look to the skin, especially on a face like this, which to me is like looking kind of matte because I am dry and crispy. So there are a few ways you could apply this. You could go straight on the face, which is probably what I'm gonna do, and then blend out, or you could put it on a brush and then go in, or put it on your hand. But because it's clear, I like to first warm it up on the back of my hand so that it glides really easily, and then I'll go around the face. And just keep in mind, this is gonna pick up a little bit of what's underneath. So if you're wearing like a full coverage moment, this will probably not be the highlighter for you because it is gonna pick up a little bit. And then I just go in with my clean-ish brush and tap that out, and automatically you can see that it gives you just like this really juicy effect to the skin. If you already have the Tower 28 highlighter, like see that difference in my skin already than just what it was a couple minutes ago? I don't think you need this because it does give that similar effect, but for the summer, like I could see myself wearing this, like taking this on all my beach vacations and just like putting on a cream blush and this and calling it a day, and it looking so juicy on my skin because it has that clear transparent base. Really anyone could wear this, and it is a little bit like not waxy feeling, but it's got a little bit of that like balm feel to it. It's not thick at all, and I like that it's in a roll-up stick like this because it's just really easy to apply. I would usually go in with my highlighter on like my inner corners, which I guess I'm doing it as we speak. But this doesn't do as much for me there because I want like a little bit of a gold shade. But c'est la vie. I really like this, and I don't typically go for like the absolutely clear highlighters, but I feel like this one is a little bit special. I do want to draw your attention to my under eye. This is where my creasing is the worst, under my right eye. And you can see I have like a pretty bad crease there. I always have a crease there, but some concealers look better than others there. And it's only been, what, like 10 minutes, 5 minutes since I put that concealer on, and it's settling pretty hard in there, which I've talked about creasing. Like, creases are so freaking normal. If you have eyeballs, they have creases. And nothing is going to like keep your creases from existing. Like, makeup is going to go in them, but some might settle or move better throughout your face than others. So we'll just keep an eye on that. I'm watching you and asking. So we talked about how we were gonna go into cream blush next, and that is exactly what we're doing. So this is the 2 new shades. I had a couple new shade extensions from M Cosmetics and from Milk Makeup that we could talk about. And I'll show you the ones from M Cosmetics, but I do want to use the new ones from Milk Makeup today. So the new shades from M Cosmetics are absolutely gorgeous, and I have worn them and I love them. Or I've worn 2 of the 3 of them, but these are the new shades. They remind me very much, these are from the So Soft line, of the Persona Cosmetics blushes, do they not? / the Summer Fridays blushes. Like, the shades that they chose seem very reminiscent of the Persona Cosmetics blushes. However, these are a little bit different, and this line already existed before this drop, and they had like other shades. So, you know, they didn't completely steal it, but I just thought that extension was interesting because it does look exactly like the Persona Cosmetics blushes. But anyways, these are the 2. There were, I think, 3 new shades from Milk Makeup. I don't know. I don't remember which one it was, but these are the 2 that I want to try. These are in the shade Muse and Enigma, which you guys know when you see these, you're going to be like, oh yeah, these are her shades. So this is the shade Muse. This gorgeous freaking berry shade. Are you kidding? And then this is the shade Enigma, which is like my current favorite. This like nudie, bronzy brown. Stunning. I want to wear them together. I want to wear them together. I mean, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to apply both, because why the hell not? And I'm gonna blush drape a little bit. These are the best. I love this formula. I have like 5 of them already. These are absolutely gorgeous, so pretty. And I actually just go in on my brush or on my hand. And with a shade like this, because it's a little bit dark for me, I'm gonna tap it on the back of my hand first, because I don't want it to be too pigmented going in, because I'm not gonna need much to get this shade to show up. Whereas like on a deep skin tone, you could probably just go right in and that pigmentation will look perfect. But if you have a lighter skin tone like me, a berry shade like this, you don't need much because it has that deep, rich undertone to it. But you can still wear them. You just have to be a little bit more careful when you're applying. That was like literally barely any swipes. And look how much I got on my cheeks. Like, these are pigmented. Do not get them twisted. Absolutely stunning though, and I feel like this would be so pretty on the lips. They also have the same formula that they've had with all their other shades. They just expanded into a few more nudes and berries, which are my perfect shades. So then we're gonna go in with the shade Enigma, and this is my current favorito. It's giving natural, it's giving terracotta cheeks, it's giving nude realness, and that's all I've ever wanted. It's giving add as much as you want, and it still won't be enough for Rudi. I just love it. I could see myself wearing this like all summer long as like my little tan cute moment, and it just blends so beautifully. These are so amazing, and I love them also because they are so little. This is like the full size that they sell now. They used to sell huge ones, but this will last you forever, and they're so great for travel. Like so great for travel. Absolutely love these. I feel like you should pick up the new shades, but you know, that's just me. All right, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of fake freckles. I've been really going overboard with the freckles recently, and I don't wanna hear a word about it, especially from your ass. I can see the creasing expanding on my under eye. I wonder if that is just a concealer that wants to be set. Some concealers just want to be set under the eye. They say, please, ma'am, put some powder on me. Like when I think of, you know, obviously my favorite concealer of all time, the Hydro Sealer from Tarte, may she rest in peace. She didn't need to be set because she was like flexible under the eye, you know? She like moved when you move. When I move, you move, just like that vibes. And some of them are more like, you know what, where you put me, I will stay. I'm loyal all the way. And that's what I'm feeling from this one, where she's like, babe, this is where you put me, and now you're mad I'm creasing? I don't know why I'm giving them personalities, but. See, look how many freckles I added, but like, wow, they're so cute. And I wish they were real. Should I get them tattooed? Just kidding. Let us, you know what, let me go in with my eyebrow gel and come back. This is nothing new, nothing new. Kosas Airbrow, I have done this on camera 1,000 times and make it 1,001. This is the best brow gel. And if I've put you on it, I hope you love it, because it is one of the only brow gels that I feel like I don't even need a pencil before I use it. I could just go in with this and my brow looks 1,000 times bigger than it did before. There are so many people who walk down my street and watch me film, and I think, mind your P's and Q's and get out of my video. You wanna be on camera? I'll follow you around like TMZ around this damn neighborhood. Oh, also, I always say I'll be right back and then I start talking. I have been using the Kosas Grow Potion for this eyebrow because, you know, I hashtag plucked my tail off. And it is working, you guys. I'm gonna go get a brow lamination with my lash lady who literally hates me at this point. She's like, please, for the love of God, stop touching your eyebrows. But anyway, she told me I still need like 2 or 3 weeks before they're ready for a lamination. Because she was like, you wanna get the full effect, and if you don't have a tail, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? There's nothing to laminate if the tail is not there. So if this tail doesn't grow back as thick as my armpit hair, I'm going to sue. And that's it. All right, so I mentioned that we would be using tubing mascaras today, or tubing mascara today. So I got these in PR, and everyone, when I was doing my tubing mascara series on TikTok, was like, and on Instagram, they were like, you have to try half-baked, half-caked, half-caked, half-cake beauty. And because they make tubing mascaras that are called Totally Tubular. And they have a bunch of different kinds. And they sent me these two. They sent me the Ultimate and the Heights. And they both have synthetic wands. So let's look at them and then we'll decide which one to go with. So this one is the Ultimate. It has a shorter wand, but it is curved. So I like that because I feel like that's gonna give me a lot of length and volume, like to really get in there. And then I think the Heights is more of a typical long, skinny, sort of all the same length sort of mascara wand. So let's go in with the other one. Let's go in with the Ultimate. And see how it goes. Okay, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of synthetic wands, but if it's a good one, it doesn't matter to me what kind of wand it is. I just want it to attach to the lash, and I feel like that's why I go for natural bristle wands, because it like, they kind of stop in their tracks as they're going through your lashes, and they're like, wait a damn minute. And that's what I want. I want them to kind of stop and smell the roses inside the lash and not just like slide through, you know? I want them to attach to every lash. I like this, you guys. I like this. This formula is just dry enough, and it is getting every single lash, baby. I like this. It's like thin enough, and it is quite dry, honestly, which may be a problem down the line, you know, like maybe they don't last long, I don't know, but these are fluttery, perhaps too fluttery, perhaps they're looking a little too wispy. Like, that's usually not a thing with me, but I like this. What do y'all think? That looks very natural. Okay, let's do the other eye and see what we think. Well, this is absolutely giving volume, like natural volume, which I really like because I already have a lash lift right now. So don't even pay attention to the length, because the length, well, those are my natural lashes, but they are currently lifted chemically, which, like, if I could recommend any sort of treatment to people outside of Botox, if you would be up for Botox, would be getting a lash lift, because it doesn't like hurt the lash or anything with your actual like skin or anything like that. It takes no maintenance and it lasts for freaking months. Like, literally your lashes are permanently curled. What are you afraid of? Get the damn lash lift, okay? If you've been wondering, I'm here to tell you. I'm here to squell ya. Get the lift. We're feeling cute. I mean, I feel like natural cute. Next, let's talk about some new lip products, and then we'll kind of do a little bit of final thoughts. So, I've got 2 new lips to talk about. One is a completely new formula from Sephora, and one is a new shade of a line, and that is the brand new Sephora Sheer Matte Lip Balms, okay, from the Sephora collection, and the new shade of the Fenty Gloss Balm that was from the Super Bowl, and this is in the shade Riri. These are the 2 ones. I'm gonna wear this, and I will pop in a little video of me wearing this because I don't feel like putting on the gloss right now because it can get messy, but it's gorgeous. It's got like a little bit of like pink flecks or like glitter flecks in it, but just enough. And it's just gorgeous. I would say it's like, I don't know, silver and gold glitter in there. Just, it's really pretty. It's like this gorgeous nude. It kind of reminds me of the shade Fussy, but with more of a mauve undertone and glitter. So anyways, I would assume that this launch was sort of like an experiment against Glossier's Generation G, which I have a few of them. This is the shade Fuchsia. I would say the shade range I liked, but it was a little bit funky. I picked this up in the store. I tried a few different ones on my hand. They have some nudes, they have some pinks, and they have a clear shade, which I didn't understand because why would anyone pick a matte clear lip? I don't know, maybe someone out there would. These look really pretty, and I just feel like for $10, that's pretty good. I don't wear my Generation Gs too often because I think they're a little bit drying. Like, so let's try it on, shall we? I think the shade name is a little misleading. To say that this is fuchsia is not true. And it has like classic lipstick smell. So that's like 2 layers sort of built up, and I think it's pretty. Like, if you build it up, it will give you more of like a lipstick vibe, but you could also, you know, just dab it on. Like, I'm gonna take a little bit off to show you that effect. Like, you could just do something like this and dab it on with like a light layer and have more of like a classic, really cute, blurred out matte lip, which is probably what I would go for over like a full matte lipstick. But I do think these are really pretty. They are, I don't want to say they're drying because they don't actually dry out your lips, but if you have dry lips, they are going to continue to be dry. Like right now I have dry lips because of XYZ. Actually, I have dry lips because I was using these damn lip stains and I accidentally put them all over my mouth. It's a whole long story, but they are dry, so I would probably want to put something over top of this, like the cherry lip. You know what? Let's just put a little bit of this damn Fenty gloss. God damn it. I'm always doing what I say I won't do. Okay. And this is not the heat formula. It's the regular gloss bomb. So, I mean, that is so pretty. I just don't like the smell of these, though. They smell like the Fenty Heat, or the Fenty Heat smell like these, and it gives me like the shivers because the Fenty Heat is so strong. And I like the Fenty Heat, but still. All right, here is our final little dinner look. I feel very cute. So far so good, I feel, about everything. I like the concealer. It is definitely creasing a bit, but like around the face, I think it looks pretty nice, which is a good sign because I want it to, I need to add just a little bit more. I like a concealer that can do more than one thing, and I do feel like this might be a concealer that just wants to be set with a powder, which, you know, now that I know that, I can do that. I really love the Tower 28, especially with the Milk Makeup blushes. Those are a great duo. I've always thought that. I like the highlighter. Is it something I feel like you need to go out and buy? No, I think there are better out there, especially for the price, but I do enjoy it, and I do think that it is gonna be like a bit of a staple for me, especially when I'm like out and about in like, you know, Florida with my besties or whatever, and I just wanna quickly throw something on. That is super cute. TBD on the mascara, because we're gonna find out if it truly tubes, and I'll pin that in the comments below and let you know. But loved this. I think my lashes look so good, and I'm really excited to see if this transfers or not, or like how it holds up throughout the day. But Half Caked Beauty, I'm not sure where that's sold. I think it's just sold on their website, which is kind of a bummer, but I will definitely check in about that. And then lastly, the lips, like gorgeous. If you're looking for a really nice matte lip balm that can be built up to a matte lipstick, check these out. There are some really cute shades, including some like really deep chocolatey shades, so I'm interested. I also wanted to let you know I did make an order for the NYX the fat oil, the lip oil, and I'm really excited to try that, as well as a new Hero Cosmetics sunscreen. We have a few sunscreens we need to talk about. We might need to do an updated sunscreen video. So anyways, let's see. I'm gonna be doing favorites and flops soon. I wanted to do a full face of Milk makeup now that I have almost like everything from them. So we can definitely do that soon. I'm going to LA this upcoming weekend to visit Kevin, to meet with some brands, just to like show face around town. So if you want to see a vlog of that, let me know. I'm not very good at travel vlogs because I always forget. And I feel weird, like having my camera out and being like, hey, it's me. I don't know. Anyways, love you guys. Hope you have an amazing week/weekend, and I will see you in the next one soon.